This is our second part of the shopping trip we had to Germany, and if you didn't see the first part, you can press on the link here up in the corner. So we're down in the basement of the shopping center again, and we are grabbing a shopping cart, and then we are running up to Aldi to shop some more. There is some nice dark chocolate in Aldi that is not too expensive, but I find that the ones in Lidl is a little better tasting than this one. This video was recorded in the end of August, so it was still barbecue season. So I'm buying some of this marinated barbecue meat, and it's really nice because there's no sugar in the marinade. Normally you cannot buy any of this if you're eating keto because of the high sugar content, but these ones in Aldi and also in Lidl has no sugar added to them. This time they also had a few different kinds of bacon, so I'm trying some of these. There are some different spices on them, and some are thin cuts and some are thicker cuts. There was also some really nice Greek olive oil on sale, so I bought some of those as well.
Der er havre herovre. Havregryn. Okay. Det er de sådan lidt større, og det er de sådan små. Nej, jeg skærer det selv ud, det synes jeg smager bedre. Jeg har købt nogle forskellige sådan, eller det her oste. Ja. Jeg tror sådan en af dem er. 3 eller koster
And here in Aldi they also have a lot of plant milks, and this is an almond milk without any sugar, so we're trying this one.
er sjovt, at lige det der, den bare lidt stå, som det var. Alt andet har bare rykket rundt på. Har de slet ikke deres flaskemælk her, som du sammenligner med prisen? Hvor heldig at købe den, hva'? Ellers havde du da ikke overlevet. Ja, hvad koster den? Okay. Ja. Ej, praktisk. Og så rækker derop. Det ser til løbetid. Til løbetidsblæ, tænker jeg. Ja. Har de også mange stykker. Og også billigere derinde.
And this is the receipt, and we didn't buy that much in Aldi because we bought so much in Lidl, but just a few things are really good as well. And then we are going down into the basement of the shopping center to put all of this in the car or in the trailer. We are also recycling some of the bottles that we have bought down here. So you pay something extra when you buy a bottle, so you can get those money back when you recycle it. And it's a little annoying because you cannot do it at home. You have to bring them down to Germany again and do it. But in this store there's also a department where you can buy it without those extra taxes or whatever you want to call them. But you have to export it. So the Germans cannot buy from that section of the store, but Danes can. And then we have to fill out a little form and show a passport or a driver license and something like that. And then you can export it without that fee. And this is the section where you can buy the things for export. So Preben is taking some of those Guinness and we are buying those. And this first part of the store was only for soda waters and beers and liquors and all of that. Now we're into the second part of the store, and we're starting down here where they have all of the meats and other refrigerated things. And this store is pretty new. Before it was a store called Real, and now it's Kaufland. So it's very different than the other store, and there's a lot more space, which is nice, but the prices are also a little higher than before. And this is a part of the store where they have a lot of gluten-free options, vegan options, and so on. So it has a big variety of things, and that is really nice if you have to get those things. There's also this section with a lot of canning jars, but they are pretty expensive here, so I usually don't buy my jars here. They also have a lot of other kitchen stuff, and that is nice if you like to be in the kitchen like I do.
Flot det her. Sådan her. Okay. Så mange af dem. Ikke så spændende der. Det er mere spændende her.
And this whole section is just a lot of different salts. There's Himalayan salt, and there's other kinds of salt from the ocean, and this is erythritol, another kind, and it's a little cheaper here than in the other store where we were in the last video. There's also a lot of nut flours here. There's hazelnut and almond flour, and I'm always buying a few bags here because they're so much cheaper than in Denmark. And here are some other kinds. There's hemp flour and sunflower flour and so on. So you can get a lot of different things. And there's also a little part of the store where they have these garden things. So this is woven wheat fabric that we are also using in our garden. So I hope you can see that this is a really big store. It is a little like a Walmart, but German. This is the fruit and veg part of the store. They also have a lot of nuts and seeds here and dried fruit. But this is all that we got in this store, so that's not so much. But it's way cheaper in Lidl, so that is why we shop the most there. And this is some of the almond flour and some erythritol and some vinegars. And now we're just buying this and then going down into the basement again and packing up the car with all of our stuff.
Er I trætte? Skal vi derover? Han var der ikke 50 minutter. Han var inde på vores toilet, hvor en om stoppet.
And now that we are finished with all of the shopping, we are going to have a really nice gelato, some Italian ice cream. They have a lot of different flavors, so we got 3 different flavors each, and we are eating it outside in the nice weather. Then we are driving home with Chick and then back to our place. So she lives in Sønderborg, and that is about 45 minutes from our place. So it has been a long day and we're really tired, but we have to get all of this stuff inside of the house. Most of it is in the trailer, so that's a bit easier than if it was in the car. And we also bought some propane in the first store we were in the last video, and that's about half the price down there in Germany than it is in Denmark, so that is why we're always buying some of the propane when we are there. And this is the sparkling water with different flavors and some sugar-free soda water, and this is all of the other stuff that we bought. So now we're going to unpack this and put it into fridge and freezer and into the pantry and so on. So it will take us a while. But before I do that, I will also take Holly for a walk, because she has been in the car all day long, so she needs to stretch her leg and her back and go and have a sniffle and pee and whatever she likes to do. And now that Holly is safe and happy and back in her big kennel, we can start the unpacking. So this is from the first store. There was some snacks for Preben and then just some other little stuff here, some flour and vanilla sugar and cocoa powder and so on. And then in this box that Preben bought for his car, we have a lot of snacks for Holly and some chocolate chips and some nuts and so. We also have some vegetables down there. And this is our overflow fridge that I'm opening up, and then I can put in all of the milk and all of the other stuff that we don't use every day. We just have all of that out here, so it's a little easier for us. So I'm trying to pack it as full as I can, but still so that it's easy to get the things out that we need and so that we can see what is in the fridge. I also have these small baskets that I'm putting all of the grated cheese in. I also have one for the cream cheese and one for other stuff. So it makes it a lot easier to find what you need and so that it doesn't just float around in all of the fridge. So we're starting out with all of the things that need to go into the fridge or the freezer. And then I will go on with the other stuff that is going into the pantry and into the kitchen. We also have this smaller room next to the pantry where Preben is in right now. He's trying to fit in his beer and the soda water and all of that, while I'm taking some of the other stuff in that little room. And the rest is going into the pantry. And I have all of these different kinds of vinegars that I'm using in my canning. And I have a really smart place to put them in the pantry so that they don't fill up the whole thing. And we have these small shoe boxes in there where they can fit into the bottom of them, and I'll show you that in a second. I also have these few beers that Preben bought, and I'm just putting them down here by the broth. And then on the opposite side of the room there's those shoe boxes that I mentioned. That's those black ones. We have shoes in most of them, but in the bottom of them we have vinegars and some iced tea and oils and so on. So there can be a lot in the bottom of these, and then they don't fill up all of the shelves, and it's also stable enough because they're only in the bottom of them. Now I'm taking all of the almond flour and the erythritol and so on, putting into a little box, and Preben is putting some of the soda water over in that corner of the room because there wasn't enough room in the little room. So that's okay. They don't fill up any space that we need when they're just in the corner there. And this is the behind the door in that little room where we have made these shelves that are really shallow so that they can fit behind the door. And I put a lot of the smaller canning jars up there, and then all of my aluminum foil and plastic foil and all the bags, and so I can put them up here as long as it's not filled with the canning jars. So it makes it a lot easier to find it when I need it, because they're not just in a stack or in a box or something. And this is all for our shopping trip. Here you can see a glimpse of the fridge after I packed it full. We also have a fridge inside of the kitchen where we have a lot of stuff, but that is what we're using day to day, and this is just the overflow fridge. We will also put some of the milks in the freezer so that they can last a little longer. But thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you want to subscribe and watch some more videos, and you can leave a nice comment and watch some of those other videos that I have linked to. Bye bye.